I think Michael Sembelis at JP Morgan really put it into light when he wrote in his Eye of the Market. Oracle stock jumped by 25% after being promised a $60 billion a year from OpenAI, an amount of money OpenAI does not earn yet to provide cloud computing facilities that Oracle hasn't built yet and will require 4.5 gigawatts of power, the equivalent of over two Hoover dams or four nuclear power plants, as well as increased borrowing by Oracle, whose debt to equity ratio is already 500% compared to 50% for Amazon, 30% for Microsoft, and even less at Meta and Google. And so the pure size and scale of this project is kind of mind-boggling. Mark Zuckerberg was interviewed as well, and he really comments to the theme of this time period. And he says the risk, at least for a company like Meta, is probably not being aggressive enough rather than being somewhat too aggressive. And so for me, when I start thinking about what inning we're in this cycle, when you're starting to hear this language, you're really starting to get to the point where these companies are doubling down on their commitments to invest. They're not backing away. And for me, that just gives more room for this to get a little bit more silly. And it's tricky to manage this dynamic at this point in the cycle. And so I really encourage viewers and readers to reference back to what I wrote in the August practitioner's brief was about structuring that barbell approach where you do have maybe some of this AI investment because it can continue to run. And maybe you're pairing that with some non-AI related investment because there is room for this to continue to expand.